David. Tim. Hey, it's Shon too, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. Now, this game is about you play as a guy that's in an office, and you gotta do things like in most video games. I'm gonna let the game tell you what it's about because it's a broad concept. So let's get into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them.
That's a really good job.
Order. This is what employee 427
Better
did
than my job.
every day,
I don't have a job.
every month of every year.
Not old enough.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the
Imagine
orders
this
he
office.
made, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Oh.
And Stanley was happy.
I've seen weirder. For all my
And then
video
one
game
day, something very
adventures
peculiar
I've
happened.
seen.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Wow.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Nobody
Never
said
in
hi.
all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so let's leave this office and let's go adventure.
All of his co-workers
Oh,
were
hello.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I know a little bit about
No
this
matter
game.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Anyway, I know a little bit about this game. I know a few endings, but not much. Like, I know there's an ending through the window, so I'll get back to that later. To this room. Hello? Hello, I wish to speak to someone, some person, human, man, thing. Maybe some door will open. Can I go out there? Apparently not. Ooh, choices.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Yeah,
Stanley
sure it
knew
is.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It is a very nice room. Like, look at this.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
Yeah.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It has so many beautiful things, such as a random box in this corner, some papers, random coffee mug on the
Yes, really, really worth it being
Who's
here in
talking
the
to me?
room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs
My
and
gosh,
some
I'll-
paintings.
I'll meet-
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm good. Whoa.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
This
ago.
company's desperate. I know from experience.
Look, Stanley,
Oh.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Can
I'm
jump.
not your enemy, really.
I don't want to die, though.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Who?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who? Do I have a wife?
This is
I don't
it,
have a wife.
Stanley.
Oh.
Your chance to redeem yourself. to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
I don't have a girlfriend,
She's
though.
been waiting.
Can I go in here? Looks dark.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, gosh.
You need to be the one to do this.
Oh,
to
that
reach
scared
out
me.
to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to pick up the phone. How can I get around this? It's an oddly specific wire.
As Stanley picked up the
I
phone,
can.
a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
What?
Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness.
Was that an
Stanley,
ending?
did you just unplug the phone?
Oh, that's
No,
cool.
that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
There's a script.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I am a real person. I think.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you've made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What video? Oh, hello.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
This is like the
but if
Fallout
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8?
Yes, I
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I don't want to go to school.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry.
Oh, look at
now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
None of my... Can I negate this? Can I go through something? I'm just gonna go. Okay, let's go. Can I go this way? Nope. Box. Why didn't you say box?
Your choices are
this is not a box.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay. Let's go.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Rather not. Dang it. Yes. Cute.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Nah. Just gonna sit here. Oh, fine. Alright, fine. I'll go through this door.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story! You've destroyed my work! Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. Oh, I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
No, it'll
What's
kill
the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
I don't know what you do.
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Don't do it. Oh, no. It's getting dark. I see the light. Back on.
Oh,
is that the Skype
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Funny.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
And I wouldn't call myself a child.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Did it restart?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not sure. Can I go this way? No. I'm going right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Gosh, so demanding. Or I can't go down. Hey, look. It's a pretty nice office. Green. I like green.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 117. Nightshark 117.
Stanley spoke the code.
I did.
Nightshark 115.
Oh wait, I'm not Stanley.
He spoke it into the receiver right there on the wall.
Okay, Stanley. You can do it. That's how Stanley talks.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes, there is a problem.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Hey, I'm trying my best, okay? I tried.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, it's me. It's Stanley.
Stanley?
Stanley?
Hello?
Hello.
Is everything okay?
Move.
Stanley, please.
Am I the announcer?
I need you to make a choice.
Hey, it's done.
Are you listening to me?
Okay, guys. There's no outro this time because I'm working on it. So.
Please choose.